Hello everyone and welcome to the Room of Requirement. I wanted to talk about this subject because a lot of people are going through this right now, especially since a lot of us are waking up and feeling all of these weird symptoms and experiencing a lot of energetic awakening and purging and returning to your higher self and trying to navigate from your subconscious mind, trauma, emotional pain, all of these things that are coming up to the surface as a lot more people are waking up. I know that I've been through a lot of this recently, and a lot of my students have as well. So I thought this was something really important to talk about because I know a lot of people are going through this stage of their awakening process right now. So I hope this helps someone kind of understand what they're going through. Okay, let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay. So what's happening is you're going through an integration phase, okay? So there is a reason your emotions are intense, your body feels different, and nothing in your life fits anymore. You are entering a stage that the ancient mystics feared and revered, the awakening of the energy body. If you feel lost, exhausted, or disconnected, that this message is for you. You are navigating the ever-changing landscape of your spiritual journey. And so I know I've been feeling this quite a lot. There's a lot going on energetically right now. We've got the solar flares, and then, everyone's talking about Three Eye Atlas. I've got my own opinions about what that is. The Schumann resonance has been off the charts. The astrology has been really super intense. So there is a lot going on right now. And I know a lot of people are suffering through all of these weird symptoms. So I'm going to get into all of that. Okay, so stages of energetic or timeline shifts. So we're also going through a lot of timeline shifts right now. And we're heading into a new yuga, a new era, the age of Aquarius from the age of Pisces. It's starting to overlap and we're starting to see these things. So you're going to see a lot of timeline shifts personally and, macrocosm wise, like, an overall shift. And then everyone's going to be personally shifting. So what you're experiencing right now, the exhaustion, the uncertainty, the strange changes in your body and energy, it is not random. It is not a sign that something is wrong. It's evidence that something extraordinary is happening through you. Okay, so right now your energetic body is awakening. Your old life is purging itself from your field, and your higher self is beginning to step forward in ways you may not understand. If you've been feeling like your world is falling apart, if you've been sensing a deep shift inside of you that you cannot quite explain, you are in the middle of a spiritual process that every ancient mystery school recognized. It's a transformation that only begins when the soul is ready to evolve. So this video is going to explain exactly what's happening to you, why everything feels so intense, and what it truly means when the old self dies and the higher self returns. Okay? So there comes a moment on the spiritual path when the body, the mind, and the soul begin to shift in ways you can't ignore. A moment when you feel like something deep inside you is rearranging itself quietly, unmistakably, and irrevocably. This moment is the energetic awakening, the great purge, and the returning of the higher self, the three stages of one ancient initiatory process that every mystic, seeker, and awakened soul eventually meets. So this can happen at any point on your spiritual path. When you're first starting out, intermediate, when you've reached a certain level of illumination, it can happen in cycles, repeating cycles over and over and over again. This is the part that nobody really talks about that much or understands or is able to articulate in the way that it needs to be articulated. But the further along you are on your path, the more you're going to feel this more intensely. Okay, so right now, millions of people are moving through these stages at the same time, and you are not alone with this. More than ever, people are waking up in mass. I haven't seen this before. 45, and I haven't seen so many people at this level waking up all at the same time. So something is dramatically changing, and I think we all feel it. All those of us that are on the spiritual path, if you're watching this kind of video, then you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the energetic body awakening, the invisible shift that changes everything. Most people think that spiritual awakening is a psychological shift. It's not. It's happening on multi-dimensional levels, with all within the 7 layers of your subtle body. This is going on. Everything is changing. But the truth, the esoteric truth, is that the awakening begins in the energetic body long before the mind understands what's happening. So everything happens in the etheric realm or astral realm, emotional body, all those different layers, and then it gets into the physical realm through the nervous system. So once it hits your body and your nervous system, that's when you begin to feel all of this. So your subtle anatomy, the auric field, chakras, meridians, nadis, astral layers, and higher vibrational centers begin to increase in frequency. So it's like your soul turns up the voltage inside of you. And when that happens, the nervous system feels it first. So you'll start to feel it as if it is nervous system dysregulation. Okay, and ways to deal with that is grounding, getting out in the sun, meditation, breath work, salt baths, all of those things to get yourself grounded when this stuff happens. Or if you neglect it, then you'll stay in the cycle longer. Okay, so I've been through this, I don't know how many times. So this is why so many awakened people are experiencing heart palpitations, strange heat or cold sensations, buzzing under the skin, waves of emotion with no apparent cause, fatigue that hits like a collapse. And I mean, like, all of a sudden, like, you're going and then boom, you're like bedridden, you don't have any energy, no motivation. You just sit there and you cannot make yourself get up. Like, it's like literal exhaustion, physical, emotional, mental exhaustion. Then you'll have like sudden burst of intuition, pressure in the head or the forehead, sensitivity to sound, light, and the emotions of others. So your energetic body is expanding. This is what is happening. Your old frequency cannot hold the volume of light that your soul is activating, so your entire system begins recalibrating itself to the new level of consciousness that you're stepping into. This is not pathology, this is ascension physiology. You're being wired to carry more of your soul, more energy. So when the energy rises, everything that is not aligned with your next level must surface and leave. Okay? So then comes the Great Purge. So when your life begins to empty itself out, the Great Purge is one of the most misunderstood phases of awakening. People think they're losing control. They think that everything is falling apart. They think that they're being punished, abandoned, or uprooted. But the mystical truth is your life is clearing space for your next destiny timeline. During the Great Purge, relationships fall away, friendships dissolve, jobs end abruptly, old dreams die, identities collapse, habits break, unresolved grief rises, buried trauma uproots itself, emotional waves come without warning, the past returns to be released, people you thought would stay forever disappear from your path. This isn't cruelty, this is a cleansing. This energy you're stepping into is incompatible with the life that you built at your old level of consciousness. So the purge can feel brutal, violent, confusing, and destabilizing. You may feel like everything is slipping through your fingers. You may feel empty, hollow, or directionless. But emptiness in the mysteries is not devastation, it's preparation. So your soul knows. The soul knows that the new purpose cannot land in a crowded field. New relationships cannot grow where old karmic entanglement still binds you. New destiny paths cannot unfold while you're carrying identities that were built from survival, fear, or past versions of yourself. So the purge strips you clean. It removes what you would never remove on your own. It clears what you would cling to out of habit or fear. It destroys what is expired but still lingers. It is the alchemical negredo, which is the blackening, the dissolving, or the burning away of all that is ready to die, because something far greater is trying to be born through you. Okay, so when this happens, I know it's hard in the moment to see this, but you need to just know and realize and become aware that this is a stage that you're going through and it's just temporary, even though it's hard. But try to just keep yourself regulated, keep up with your routines, keep yourself grounded as you're going through this process, and know that it's not permanent. It's just temporary, and that you are up leveling. You are not falling behind. You're not taking a step back. None of that. So the return of the higher self, the reconnection after the collapse. Okay, so when these things happen, you will come back even stronger, and you will be even more sensitive, and your abilities will be even more heightened, and the synchronicities will go crazy and all of that. So when you do return and your higher self starts to take the reins, there comes a moment after the purge. It's soft and subtle, almost imperceptible. When something begins to return, it's like a whisper or a presence or a knowing. Your higher self, which felt silent, distant, or absent during these dark phases, begins to re-enter your field. So not as a voice or a command, but as a feeling of alignment, a sense of inner orientation, a quiet compass pointing towards something your mind cannot yet define. And this is where the path becomes manifest. And then you just automatically know what direction that you need to go in and what to do. When the higher self returns, you begin to notice synchronicities increasing, intuitive messages becoming clearer, small signs guiding your decisions, a sudden knowing of what you must do next, a deep sense of I can't go back, a quiet confidence replacing your fear. Emotional stability starts to return. Your subtle excitement about the future starts to increase. Clarity rising from nowhere. Your energy field feels smoother, cleaner, and lighter. It's not a dramatic moment. It's a gentle awakening, like dawn after a long, cold night. So all of a sudden you'll just go, oh, I don't feel that way anymore. It's really subtle. Alchemy and transmutation. So this is the albedo stage in alchemy, the whitening or the illumination. The soul regains the inner vision, the nervous system stabilizes, and the energy body reorganizes into a new harmonic structure. You begin to feel like you're coming home to yourself and the self you were, but the self you were always meant to become. How these three stages work together. So these stages are not separate, they are one continuous arc. So you have energetic awakening, then you have a purification, then integration, and then you're able to embody your higher self. Your energy rises, the life purges, the higher self returns, and this is how the soul evolves. And this is how a mystic is born. It's these trials over and over by fire. So this is the ancient sequence hidden in the Hermetic Mysteries, Kabbalistic Ascent, Gnostic Awakening Text, Alchemical Transformation, the Shamanic Death and Rebirth Cycle, the Hero's Descent and Return, the Mystery School Initiations of Egypt, Greece, and the Near East. Every seeker who has walked the inner path has walked through these same thresholds, and now it is your turn to do it. The final stages. If your energy is changing, if your life is purging, if your soul feels like it's standing at the edge of something unknown, you are not breaking down, you are breaking open. You are shedding a timeline, you are dissolving a destiny that has completed its purpose, and you are releasing an identity that was too small for the light that you are becoming. The higher self is not returning to you, you are rising to meet it. This is your initiation, this is your turning, and this is your emergence into the next octave of your soul's evolution. And everything you are feeling is proof that it's already happening. In conclusion, so if you find yourself standing in this strange in-between place, no longer who you were, not yet who you're becoming, know this: you are not lost, you are becoming extraordinary, your energetic body is awakening, your old life is purging, your higher self is returning, and you are stepping across a threshold that countless mystics, sages, and seekers crossed before you. The moment where the soul finally takes the lead and everything false falls away. Okay, you guys, this is what I got for you on this. I know a lot of people are going through this right now, and I hope that this helps some of you. That's all I have for now. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you next time. Bye.